Skrilla became one of the hottest rappers in the game after his 6-7 track blew up, but he's neck deep in a beef with OT7Quanny, and today we're breaking the whole crazy story down. Skrilla has been rapping for years, but 2022 is when he really started getting some motion in Philadelphia. Back in the day, Skrilla was dropping tracks that sounded like they were coming from Atlanta, but in 2022 he switched up his whole sound and dropped a project called Cutthroat. Cutthroat was full of weird, dark beats, and Skrilla was popping off with tracks like Block Hot where he rapped. You ain't got to act hard, we wasn't raised the same. Have you laid up in the dock? You can't even move the same. Can't even eat the same shit, shitty bag, zipper on your stomach. You ain't never think you could get tapped, but bitch, we did it. Skrilla was talking all over the project about catching ops and dropping bodies, but he never really called anyone out by name. Skrilla wasn't name-dropping ops and dissing the dead like a lot of drill rappers, but he was cool with some of the most disrespectful shooters in the city. Before he got murdered in broad daylight, YBC Dull was one of the hottest rappers in Philly. Dull was blowing up in the booth, and his YBC crew was dropping bodies all over the city at the same time. YBC was sliding on the ops like crazy and self-snitching about all the hits they were doing, but Dull had a name in the streets before he started dissing in the booth. Skrilla was tight with Dull, and he even introduced Dull to Brandon Buckingham when Brandon visited Philly to interview Skrilla, but at the same time Skrilla was showing love to YBC Dull, he was rocking with YBC's ops too. CCK is a combination of 3 different crews that all have beef with YBC. The Clappers on 56th Street, the Campers, and the Clappers from 7th Street, and according to rumors, CCK killed Dull's homie, YBC Da Fetty. And after Da Fetty got killed, Lil Bucks from CCK dropped the track Lonely Child and rapped. Young Bull walked to the store, but he ain't make it back. Your homie died, you ain't slide, you went to make a track.
I just don't understand why these brothers get on here taunting somebody who trying to take their head off their body. Like, you know this man want to take your life. You talking about some you ain't slide. That's basically saying, why you ain't come shoot me yet? And I'm pretty sure from our research, Lil Bucks got popped about this. Like, both sides is taking a lot of losses, but somehow nobody's like that. I don't know.
Fetty hot as shit in them boots. He tried to bust a trap. My name always on that radar, on that dispatch. YBC's beef with CCK was deadly, but Skrilla kept rocking with both sides and even dropped a track with Lil Bucks called Hood Hopper, where Lil Bucks rapped. Bitch, I'm with Big Zoo, we're the Campers, CCK, 0 to 4. I crack the 4, I tilt my bucket hat, I damn near hit the floater. Then Skrilla hopped on a track with YBC Dull called McButtons and McNuggets Part 2, and that's the track that made a lot of people think Skrilla was finally choosing a side. YBC Dull was one of the top disrespectful rappers in the game, and he aired CCK out like crazy on the track. YBC wanted to take out a CCK member named Sonny Goon, but they couldn't get to him while he was in jail. So YBC allegedly killed his brother Booga while Booga was leaving his job at McDonald's. And on the track, McButtons and McNuggets...
Bro, we seen, so they said that Booga was completely innocent. Like, I mean, he basically just hung around the members because his brother's like his brother in prison for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, his brother moving like that. So he just hanging around the crowd. But I say this over and over, especially to the younger folks, right? If you with it, you can get it. You know you with it, you get in the car with them. So it's like, bro, they was waiting to catch somebody. You know, they take too many L's. They too clouded by anger. They just get to really seeing red. So they smoked him, and then they start making diss tracks like he was really a factor. Like, bro, it's just a nice, like, I ain't gonna say nice, but he just normal. He working at McDonald's, he trying to get out the trenches. Man, it ain't matter. He trying to get out the trenches too. Smoke his ass and make a song about it with Skrilla. Oh, that's different.
Lil Bucks, Sonny, and his brother Booga when he rapped. We catch niggas while they clocking out. Nigga worked at McDonald's. Pussy shoulda took a different route. Saney in the jails, y'all shitty now. Yeah, I just put the banger on Bucks and made that nigga switch to a different jail. And on the same track, Skrilla rapped about sliding in different hoods and said, bunny hop in different niggas' hoods. Show them who really hood. Skrilla was still trying to be cool with everybody though, and that's what started a lot of drama in the city. Skrilla had been linking up with Zoo Gang rappers like Poundside Pop, and at the
Zoo
same
Gang.
time, he was rocking with one of their biggest ops.
All right, they top
Hood
op.
Tolly is another Philly drill rapper who was allegedly going crazy in the streets, and his
Can you
homie
do that?
Cha Glizzy is the shooter who allegedly created Zoo Gang.
Oh,
The beef sparked
His
up at a
brother
high
made
school
that block.
basketball game where Hood Tolly and Poundside Pop's homies started throwing hands.
can't even hoop in the hood.
The beef started with a fight, but it didn't take long before bodies
Them
were
bullets
dropping in the
coming out.
street.
You know how it
Hood
goes.
Tolly's homie Cha Glizzy got booked on a gun charge after the fight at the basketball game. Then he came home
Can't even
and
play sports
allegedly
in the hood.
murdered Poundside Pop's homie Sadie.
Oh no, this brother really loves the violence. He sat in there fired up, got caught with his fire. When I get out, somebody gonna die. I'm risking it all. I don't understand how jailbirds do it though. Like, you sitting in that cell for a long time and you had the opportunity to change. You get out and say, I can't wait to catch another hat. You know, Philly got the same plague Chicago got. Like, we just trying to see who get the most bodies around this bitch. Like, first nigga to 10 wins. You gotta do your research on that.
When Poundside Pop and the rest of their crew started calling themselves Zoo Gang, and Cha Glizzy self-snitched about the murder on the track No Lack when he rapped. Niggas keep talking about bodies, I put the zoo on the map. Zoo
first
Gang
sale
allegedly
fans
clapped back and killed Cha Glizzy. Then a Zoo Gang
Why would you
rapper
do
named
that?
OT7Quanny dry snitched about the murder on the track
OT7 Quanny,
Z00
Zoo Gang.
and rapped.
Now we
Last
know.
nigga played with zoo name shit, got him stepped on. I know you remember, you can't forget it cause you was next to him.
Ooh, merch.
I put that on God, we catch a man and we gon' take it there. They said that his body had left the scene, but shit, his face still there. Hood
You know they
Tolly's beef
overcook
with
shit in
Zoo
Philly.
Gang got so deadly that
No, they really overcooking Philly. Philly, the first place I heard death ain't good enough. You undercooked them or you overcooked them. Bruh, you know, I kind of hoop. So when I hoop, I meet people from all these different places. But you know what it would be the best part about it though? You gonna run into somebody who made it out the hood. He gonna tell you all the lingo. If they overcook somebody, his face still there, bruh. It's not a good look. It's something you never want to see. Or you'll just be like traumatized and going on with your life like regular. You know how that should go.
Mill tried to step in and help them squash it. That just made the situation even worse
What
though.
Meek Mill say?
And tried to step
I'll get all the main big artists in Philly a deal if they put them bodies behind them and squash them beasts. I hear about. Got some hot young bulls from my city, but they all beefing. This was back in 2020.
and
Back
help them
COVID.
squash it.
More guns,
That
more
just
bodies.
made the situation even
Pretty
worse
soon,
though.
everybody gonna have to pick a side. Too much risk going on to be cool with everybody. Damn, Poundside Pop said, it's time for you to pick a side. To Meek Mill gang? To Meek Mill? You letting that walk hit you too hard, fam. I ain't no fucking Zoo Gang. Come on, bro. We all know Meek Mill went to Hollywood to party, bro. He done made it out, folks. He living on a whole different agenda than you, gang. Chill out.
Sparked a beef with Meek and Zoo Gang. Skrilla was cool with Hood Tolly and has a bunch of music with him, but in 2023 he linked up with OT7Quanny in the studio too.
Okay,
The
bet.
track they made was never officially released,
OT7
but
Quanny got
Quanny
hot,
was
like,
obviously
2022,
cool with Skrilla even though
20,
Skrilla was
24,
rocking with
24.
his ops. For a
Been a
while,
minute.
it seemed like everyone was cool with Skrilla hopping in the booth with whoever he wanted, but then he made a move that almost sparked a beef with his homie YBC Dull.
What he did.
Dull's beef with CCK was brutal, and bodies dropped on both sides.
Right.
After Dull's homie Da Fetty got killed, Lil Bucks from CCK hopped straight in the booth and started dissing him. And that's
Lil
why
Bucks.
everybody was shocked when Skrilla dropped a track with Dull and Lil Bucks.
Oh, he playing both
Nobody
sides for
thought
real.
Bucks and Dull would ever squash the beef and link up in the studio, but it turned out that Skrilla tricked both of them. Dull thought he was just making a track with Skrilla, but after they finished the song, Skrilla hit up Lil Bucks and put his verse on it too. Skrilla had asked Dull if he could put Lil Bucks on the track and Dull told him no, but then Skrilla did it anyway and Dull got heated.
I heard the song when it was done. It was just me and Skrilla. Next time I heard it, it was me, Skrilla, and Bucks on it.
How you feel about that, though?
But I ain't gonna lie though, Skrilla asked me did I want to do that shit. I told him no. He was trying to get me to shoot a video to that joint and all. I'm like,
He
bro,
trying to bring the
no,
blocks
bro,
together.
like what?
He
Dull
must
and
be
Skrilla weren't
over-fried.
really beefing though because Skrilla was still helping Dull get in the spotlight. At that point, Skrilla was still cool with YBC,
But
CCK,
Skrilla the
and
biggest
Zoo
out the
Gang.
city now.
But that all changed
still
when
living.
Skrilla did an interview
Right.
and said he's the one who started the new Philly drill sound. OT7Quanny had been rapping for a long time, and just like
for
Skrilla,
real?
his sound changed a lot around 2022. They both started rapping over dark beats around the same time, and that's where the beef really started.
So they beefing over
OT7Quanny was
sound?
cool with Skrilla linking up with
We
his
both can't
ops
make
in
it
the
out good,
studio.
nigga. I did it
But
first.
after Skrilla did the interview and said he started the new wave, Quanny hopped on IG and aired him
Then
out.
starting to some line of
Skrilla
interviews.
said he found a producer in wave. Quanny
I don't get OT7Quanny because he low-key been a hot rapper for a long time, but he just be going off on folks for no reason. Folks, like, I thought you was rich and famous rapper and shit like that. Like, why you just tweak with anybody who don't agree with your perspective of life? Everybody live in different worlds, gang. Chill. Pay me Skrilla. You ain't starting nothing. Stop lying in them interviews. You used to go in the stew, look up OT7Quanny type beats. I'm tired of you lying. Stop bluffing, John. My fault. I used John wrong right there. But you get what I'm saying, though, folks. Like, can't nobody had the glory but you, gang. Damn. I thought it was all types of money in the industry. Why you tweaking with everybody, folks? I thought you was the voice of your city, folks. Why you gotta... See, that be niggas be problem. They be hating on, like, he not even hating. He just want credit, I guess. Is it worth it though?
on IG and aired him out. Skrilla said he found a producer in Rome, and all of the Philly rappers started copying his sound after Skrilla made it hot.
My producer, the nigga Mambo, that's the nigga that be making all them beats that everybody using now. That's my producer. He from Rome. Once I heard that nigga shit though, like that shit was a rap though. You heard, I ain't never heard no shit like that before though. So after I heard that shit, that
Had
shit
to
was
lock
up
it all the
after
way
that.
in.
But Quanny claimed
I get what you're
Skrilla
saying.
took the sound from him and his producer. Skrilla clapped back and clowned Quanny for being a hater. And then Quanny dissed Skrilla and
Won't
said
drop the
he
video
never
because
dropped
I
the
make him
track
look
they made
terrible
together
on his own
because Quanny
song.
made Skrilla look terrible on his own song. The beef popped off because Skrilla said he started the new wave in Philly, but then Quanny tried to make it sound like he wasn't rocking with
you
Skrilla
love me, you
because
can't be
Skrilla
friends
is
with me,
cool
wave.
with his ops.
Bruh.
Skrilla had already been making music with
done
Quanny's
went
ops
global. They
way
city
before
beef.
Quanny decided to
Should be
hop in the
crazy.
booth with Skrilla though,
For
so that
what?
didn't even make sense because Quanny knew about Skrilla making music with everyone in the city. It looked like there was more going on behind the scenes.
But the thing is, it's probably why Skrilla continues to maintain his name, because Skrilla's whole thing was, okay, I got a name, I'm gonna collaborate with anybody and everybody, the ops, the people from other cities, the people from other states, anybody who's going up or that I think will have a valuable opinion, I'm gonna try and go up with them, right? But then OT7Quanny like, hoe ass nigga, I'll run the block around this bitch. What the hell you trying to do talking about you harder than me, nigga? We made a song together, I'll walk your ass. The internet got a whole different opinion than the block, bro. Once you make it off, when you done became the biggest in your area, bro, now it's time to think a bit bigger, folks, like for longevity purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Because then Skrilla clapped back again and sent a warning to Quanny. Then out of nowhere, Quanny hopped back on IG and said that the beef was fake and that Skrilla and him had some music coming out soon.
Okay.
Everyone knew that was cap though, and
I think he said that when he was beefing with the streamer too. It's like protect your image. I don't know why this should be been doing this whole video. I never seen this over here, but like the video. I'm gonna like the video, especially if I don't watch to this point. You know, nigga like me and Pay Me Skrilla not beefing. We wanted to show y'all how much the internet can impact the situation. How y'all run with things that we trolling. We about to drop a video. Y'all not even smart enough to see that. Stop the violence. We just getting rich. Why would you call your fan base who watches your stories not smart enough? Bro, think, gang. Like, what are you talking about, fam?
that Skrilla and him had some
But I
music
guess,
coming
let's
out
see if
soon.
he's telling the truth.
Everyone knew that was cap though, and Skrilla confirmed it when he went on No Jumper and aired Quanny out like crazy. Skrilla told
Is that nigga doing a whip it on No Jumper, also known as the Feds? Everybody know No Jumper Daddy got freed by presidential pardon, bro. No Jumper is the Feds. He on there doing whippets with the police, folk? Oh, no.
too that Quanny is just a bitch who never really
Oh,
did anything
shit,
in the
bro.
streets.
Matter of fact, Quanny's just a bro.
I keep
Quanny
thinking you're
a
gonna
bitch.
try to clean it up
she
here,
said it
but
straight
Yeah,
off.
I ain't want to pull his
He ain't
card
did
though,
nothing
but
in the
Quanny,
streets.
bro, Quanny
He just
never
make
took
some
no
music?
piss. Quanny never do nothing. Quanny's a bitch, bro. That's this is that. I don't even want to talk about it no more though,
Damn,
bro.
he get off the
Skrilla
drugs,
came
turn
up
to
in
a zombie.
Kensington and started selling drugs when he was 12 years old.
Damn.
He told Adam 22 that he's really been in shootouts and is ready to crash out and throw his
believe it.
life
He look
away.
like it.
But Quanny isn't anything
Saw
like
his
that.
eyes?
Skrilla also said he wants to see Quanny in real life so he could put hands on him.
Oh, he on that.
Skrilla said he doesn't even know how to fight, but he'd still stomp Quanny out because Quanny is just a rapper. But then a few months later, Skrilla went on No Jumper again and said that the beef with Quanny was over.
Me and Quanny cool. Me and Quanny, that shit.
You squashed it? Well, that's good. That's good for the future of Philly right there.
Yeah.
You might be trolling me, but you know.
Nah.
I don't
No?
think he trolling.
Cool.
It's not clear what went down behind the scenes,
I don't know,
but
he's
Skrilla
something
and Quanny both dropped the issue out of nowhere. Quanny ended up signing a deal with a label called 10K Projects in April
What is that?
2024,
In
and
2024?
rumors say they cut him a huge check.
Merchant.
It looked like Quanny might have been the next Philly rapper to pop off and make it out of the city, but then
ain't
he
heard him
took his
drop in
foot
a
off the
minute.
gas and lost all his momentum.
That's what I was saying.
Nobody
I ain't heard him
knows
in a
if the
minute.
label was keeping Quanny from dropping
Right.
music or if he just got lazy, but he basically killed off all his hype because he never released anything.
I see.
Skrilla and Quanny were at the same level in the rap game for a while, but then
For sure.
Skrilla dropped 6'7"
That's-
and became one of the
that
hottest
was the end of
rappers in the
2024.
world. Now Skrilla is working
Yeah,
with
he
huge
shot
artists
off.
like Lil Yachty and G Herbo and
Oh.
going on tour in different countries.
Yeah.
Bodies are still dropping in Philly, but Skrilla has been staying out of the drama and told The Fader that his music is changing because he's not really in the trenches anymore.
But do y'all see from what I was saying, even at the beginning of the video, right? OT7Quanny going against everybody. Like, man, I run my block, I run my hood. Skrilla's literally trying to collaborate with anybody. Damn, why he got a gun pointed at me? He's trying to collaborate with anybody, and then as he gets global, as he gets a big hit, now he's able to collaborate with people from all over the world. Now he has all these new fan bases, and OT7Quanny is gonna have to try to pick back up that momentum. Collaboration is how you win, especially in the industry, which is not real. How many street niggas you seen get in the industry say this industry is not real? Duh. It's about the money, bro. Do your research.
He said, "I'm not actually out here running around shooting at nobody right now, and it looks like his beef with Quanny might really be dead. Skrilla is still tapped in with the streets though, and it looks like he's repping the Bloods now. The Bloods aren't really a big thing in Philly, but
Okay.
Skrilla started rocking with Ola Runt in Atlanta, and rumors say that's how he got involved with them. Skrilla might have dropped the beef with Quanny, but there's still some dudes in Philly who have tension with him. Lil Bucks from CCK got locked up on a gun charge, but in January 2026, he called Skrilla out on IG.
Ain't nobody worried about
Skrilla
you,
never
bro.
responded though
Been
because he
elevated,
already
bro.
made it out of the city. Quanny
Elevated
hasn't been
fashion.
talking about the Skrilla beef either, and right now he should be focused on getting his momentum in the rap game back up.
For sure.
Not dropping music really hurt him, and then Quanny took another loss when he got exposed by a streamer for scamming.
Right.
She
Scamming
Loves
the
Raud
streamers.
is a streamer from Philly who was always showing
And look,
love
bro,
to
a big
Quanny
streamer, right?
and wanted to do a
He
stream
got a
with
big
him.
speaker, right?
But then Quanny scammed Raud for $3,500.
They from the same place. They both Philly Bulls. So Rod is a famous streamer. He probably don't understand how the internet works, thinking that he could just scam little bro for $3,500. Same way $3,500 little money to you, that's little money to him too. So you basically just put a blemish on your image trying to scam a streamer because you think the internet goofy, but the internet runs your career because the labels run your career. Why would you do that?
Got clowned like crazy after Raud exposed him. Quanny could still bounce back if he drops more music though. And if the Skrilla beef is really over, then he'd get a lot of shine if they link up and actually drop a track together.